All right, mini bike action. John here once again. Today's episode is going to mainly focus on the exhaust system I'm getting ready to build. I also wanted to just say that after I did the porting on the engine, I've had a chance to ride it. I did the porting. Of course, this, if you guys have been following, you know it has the YX140 cam spring combo. It also has a T-Bolt 141 kit in there, and then the carb and the rest of the stuff. But the porting improved it. I'm really happy to say it's really nice to do something like that and get results. So it did. It made the power band more linear, more progressive from the bottom all the way up. And it's definitely a little more lively on the very top, around 9,000. It's really strong. So I'm really happy I did it. So that's that part. But what I'm going to show you guys is the exhaust system I'm going to make. And what I tried to do was copy the Yoshimura design, which I figured that those people put a lot of time and effort into designing their pipe for, because there's a lot of things going on in the exhaust system that you wouldn't might actually think, you know, a lot of us don't know. There's things like sound wave technology, where the sound wave, they want it to bounce back at a certain rate to where it actually it scavenges. It does some scavenging. It probably on overlap, maybe it wants to hold back some of the good gases that are in there. I don't know, but there's definitely sound wave technology that's involved in these. There's also scavenging by the effect of this gases being able to expand as they come out. You want the pipe to have a certain size header for a certain length before you switch to a larger pipe. So I'm going to try to follow all those guidelines of the Yoshimura setup. It's going to have the loop here. You know, this isn't the exact length of everything. It's going to have the loop here on the bottom of the bike. And the way I'm going to do the loop is that the top part's going to go up over that lower foot peg mount down there. And then the bottom part will go under it. And if I do it correctly, it's going to hide, it's not going to be so exposed like it is on the Grom setup. So yeah, and it goes into this expansion gas part here that I want, the megaphone. And then I'll have a muffler. I'll be able to switch mufflers. I saw a really cool, like real carbon fiber little round one I might use, or I've also got another one coming for it. So, I mean, for performance reasons, I want to get rid of this exhaust, performance and weight, because this duals, you know, I like the way it looks, I like the way it sounds and everything, and it works pretty good, a lot better than stock. But as far as real performance, I don't think I'm getting that, and also the added weight of this system is not necessary for racing. You know, weight is a big factor. So we'll be switching to a single exhaust. This piece here is going to be kind of neat because it's going to tuck nicely. It's going to tuck nicely in there and come up at a nice angle, and it's going to keep my pipe out of harm's way, because I have to be able to lean this thing over and I don't want to be dragging anything. So it's got to be tight, it's got to be clean, you know. And I'll leave these parts stainless steel. Probably the loop will be black. And we'll see how it runs, man. You know, that's the bummer about these bikes, is there's not a lot of pipes out there, you know, and you have to settle for something that's really probably not the best for tune. Another thing I wanted to show you is out there, if you guys are wanting to put another muffler on your Vader, you can get this piece from AliExpress. It goes into the stock setup, it meets up with it, and then it has the 51 millimeter end on it, so you don't have to have a bunch of stupid adapters or anything. Nothing needs to be welded. This is on AliExpress. If you look up motorcycle muffler exhaust, and you have to search. I'm sorry I can't give you a link. I keep failing at that. I don't know what it is, and I just got frustrated. But if you search on AliExpress under motorcycle muffler exhaust, and you start looking, you will find this down there. It's 4 Grom, but it will work on your Vader. And anyway, and then they got a lot of different mufflers in there too, some really cool shit. So that's it for now, man. That's what I'm doing with my exhaust. Like I said, the bike is running fantastic. It's running now, and I also increased the jet from what it had to, I went from a 125 main jet to a 130, and then dropped the needle, because you guys have to understand that if you increase your main jet, that's going to affect the way it runs on the bottom end too. So I mean, you do have your pilot jet for idle and just tip in, but the needle, you know, what I did was drop the needle down one notch, and it worked perfectly. So that the lower end was working the same, but at 3/4 throttle and full, you're getting that added gas from that 30 main jet, 130. So, you know, carburetor tuning, there's a lot to be said about this. You know, you have your idle circuit, you have your tip in, and you have your mid circuit for mid-range, and then you have your full throttle circuit. And each one of those circuits is tunable. So anywhere in the RPM band, anywhere in the throttle, you can set the bike so that it's not running too rich or too lean. And it makes them crisp. It makes them run nice and clean. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. I appreciate the nice comments that you guys give me. It makes it all worthwhile. You know, I'm trying to put out like advice on these bikes, on things that can be done, parts from Groms that fit it. And also the main thing in the beginning was to make it a respectable bike, something that I didn't have to look at and say, yeah, it's all, you know, oh yeah, it's a great bike, but in my mind I'm thinking, yeah, you know, it's kind of a piece of shit. But I don't feel that way about it now. It was definitely needed a lot when I got it. You know, when I bought it, I didn't even want to tell my wife like what. I mean, I knew I had my work cut out for me, and even then I didn't know if I was ever going to like it. But I sure like it now. It's been fun, and it's basically almost like done. You know, like I'm almost done with it. Then I might just have to race it for a little while and put it up on the wall. So, all right, you guys, take it easy out there. Vader later.